God says, "My child, your soulmate has just taken a step they never dared before. A secret has been held too long, a truth too heavy to carry alone, and tonight, it has been released, not to harm, not to shame, but to awaken. They have recorded a message meant for your eyes only. A message that carries not just words, but the trembling weight of their soul. Do not fear what you will hear, for every truth has a purpose, and every confession is a key to freedom. In this message, your soulmate is opening the doors they once kept closed, doors to regret, to mistakes, to actions that have haunted their conscience. The video is not merely a recording, it is a bridge between hearts, a sacred attempt to restore what was lost, to reveal the love they could not fully express before. I know, my child, your heart may already feel the sting of past hurts. You may wonder why they waited so long, why they hid the truth, why your nights were filled with questions that could not be answered. But understand this, everything they confessed tonight was never meant to shatter you. It was meant to prepare you, to awaken you to the depth of their soul, to the sincerity of their remorse, and to the possibility of healing that lies ahead. In their voice, you will hear hesitation, trembling, and raw honesty. Their eyes will not meet yours through the screen, yet their soul will reach out, seeking your understanding, your forgiveness, and most of all, your compassion. They will speak of mistakes made in weakness, choices taken in fear, and the moments when they failed to honor the sacred connection you share. But hidden beneath every word is a heartbeat of love, a pulse that has never left you, a devotion that still reaches through the veil of human error. My child, I am revealing this to you not to cause despair, but to open a doorway. I want you to see the humanity of their soul, the fragility that is part of all my creations, and the courage it takes to stand in truth. Their confession is a turning point, a moment when the weight of secrecy meets the light of honesty. And light, my child, is always stronger than shadow. Do not rush to judgment. Allow your heart to receive, to witness, and to feel. In the stillness after you watch, I will speak to your spirit, guiding you through the emotions that rise, anger, sorrow, confusion, and perhaps even doubt. Every feeling is valid, every tear is sacred, and every breath you take in the next moments is part of the healing process I am orchestrating. Your soulmate, my child, has carried this burden for far too long. Night after night, they have prayed silently, asking me for courage, for wisdom, for the chance to show you the truth before it was too late. They trembled with fear of your reaction, yet the love that binds you could not allow them to remain silent any longer. In their confession, they are offering transparency, not to demand forgiveness, but to invite it, to demonstrate that love is not the absence of mistakes, but the willingness to face them openly. And you, my child, are the receiver of this sacred moment. I am asking you to listen with your spirit, not only your mind. Listen to the soul behind the words. Listen to the intent behind the actions they confess. For even when human hearts falter, my truth remains. Love that is genuine seeks restoration, seeks honesty, seeks reconciliation. As you watch this video, you may feel the old walls of resentment rise. That is natural. That is human. But I am asking you to breathe deeply, to remind yourself that nothing in my design is wasted. Every confession, every tear, every revelation has a purpose. The truth, no matter how heavy, is a divine gift, a chance for both you and your soulmate to step into clarity, to align with the path that was always meant for you. My child, know this, your soulmate's confession is also an act of courage. It is an acknowledgement that love requires bravery, that honesty demands vulnerability, and that divine timing orchestrates even the most painful revelations. This video is their offering to you, a bridge built from the stones of regret and the mortar of genuine intent. And I am here, whispering to your spirit, that your response, when it comes, will also be part of destiny's unfolding. In the coming moments, as you prepare to watch, center yourself. Close your eyes, inhale slowly, and invite my presence into the room. Let the truth wash over you, not as a flood, but as a gentle stream, cleansing, illuminating, and awakening. Your heart may tremble. Your soul may ache. But I am there, my child, guiding you through every feeling, ensuring that even in the rawness of reality, love remains sacred. When your soulmate speaks, you will hear the depth of their remorse, but also the spark of devotion that never died. Their confession will reveal mistakes, yes, but also the essence of who they truly are, a soul seeking redemption, a heart seeking reconnection, a spirit striving to honor the sacred bond you share. And know this, my child, this moment is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where honesty reigns, where forgiveness is possible, and where love can rise from the ashes of human error. I am guiding both of you, unseen yet ever present, ensuring that the path forward is illuminated by truth, compassion, and divine grace. Tonight, as you prepare to witness the confession, remember that love is not diminished by mistakes. It is strengthened when truth is faced, when courage is embraced, and when hearts are willing to see each other fully, flaws, fears, and all. I will be with you every step of the way. I will steady your heart. I will soften the sting of revelations. I will transform pain into understanding, and confusion into clarity. For every moment of doubt that arises, let my voice speak within, all is unfolding as it should. All is part of the divine plan. Trust, for love remains. Your soulmate's confession is a divine messenger, my child. It carries lessons, healing, and the promise of renewed connection. Watch with an open heart. Feel without judgment. Breathe without fear. And know, beyond all human error, love is waiting, patient, pure, and eternal. My child, the truth that your soulmate has revealed in their secret message is not just a revelation, it is a mirror. A mirror reflecting the human soul in its vulnerability, in its mistakes, and in its capacity for love. What you hear will stir emotions deep within you, for it touches the sacred threads that connect you across time, across moments, across the very essence of your being. This confession, though born of human imperfection, is a sacred gesture, a step toward transparency, toward awakening, and toward the reunion that I have long prepared. Understand this, my child, your soulmate did not act in malice. They acted in weakness, in fear, in confusion. Yet even in that weakness, there exists a spark of awareness, of remorse, and of longing. That spark has survived every lapse, every misstep, every hesitation. And now, in the stillness of their soul, it reaches out to you, trembling, hoping, calling. You may feel a tempest inside, a swirl of anger, pain, and disbelief. That is human. That is natural. But I am asking you to see beyond the surface, to look with the eyes of your spirit, not only your heart. For within their confession lies a hidden path, a path that leads not to destruction, but to restoration. Every word they speak, every tear you witness through their voice, is a stepping stone placed by my hand, guiding both of you toward understanding, toward healing, toward love reborn. This is why I am speaking to you now, my child. I am preparing your heart for the weight of truth, and also for the light that follows it. Your soulmate has been carrying this secret as one carries a stone in the depths of the soul. The longer it stayed hidden, the heavier it became. And now, the moment of release has arrived. The confession is not meant to wound you further, it is meant to free them, and through them, to free you. Do you see, my child, how divine timing works? They could have spoken before, but they were not yet ready. You could have confronted the truth before, but your heart was not yet aligned with forgiveness. And I, in my infinite wisdom, waited, so that when this confession came, it would not only reveal the truth, but also prepare the soil of your heart for healing. Their soul is stirring now, awakening to the realization of the depth of your connection. They have understood, in ways they could not before, that mistakes are not the end of love, that missteps can be redeemed when truth is embraced. And so, through this message, they offer you not only their confession, but also their contrition, their honesty, and their intention to be seen as they truly are, a soul striving toward love, toward unity, toward reconciliation. Do not be afraid of what you feel, my child. If anger arises, let it pass through you. If sadness rises, let it flow. Every emotion is a messenger, carrying with it a piece of your own healing. As you witness their vulnerability, allow your spirit to respond with clarity, not with fear. For the truth is a sacred gift, and your response, guided by me, will determine the next steps on the path of restoration. Your soulmate's confession is also a confession to themselves. In revealing their truth to you, they are acknowledging the parts of their soul that were hidden, the shadows that were unspoken. They are confronting their own imperfections, their own fears, and their own failures. And in doing so, they are opening the door to transformation, the kind that can only come when a soul dares to be fully seen. You may wonder, my child, why this had to happen in such a way, why through a message, why with secrets, why with pain? The answer is simple, yet profound, because only through this confrontation with truth can both your souls rise to the next level. Secrets, when unspoken, become chains. Truth, when embraced, becomes wings. And now, your soulmate is extending their wings, asking you to meet them in flight, to soar together toward love, understanding, and divine purpose. The video you will watch is more than words. It is energy. It carries intention, remorse, and a plea for connection. As you watch, you may feel a resonance deep in your chest, a vibration that says, "This is real. This is sincere. This is love, flawed but alive." Let that feeling guide you. Do not let fear dictate your response. Let the recognition of shared souls, the recognition of love tested and enduring, guide you instead. Know this, my child, the woman or the circumstances your soulmate confesses to are not the end of your story. They are a chapter, yes, a difficult chapter, but not the conclusion. Every confession, every truth revealed, is an invitation to witness, to understand, and to step forward with courage. The confession is a mirror, showing you what was hidden, but also showing you what remains, a bond that can endure, a love that can survive, and a destiny that cannot be broken by human error. And now, I am asking you to open your heart, my child. To see the soul behind the confession. To recognize the courage it took to speak. To feel, without judgment, the sincerity that flows from their vulnerability. The video is not just a message, it is a bridge between what was broken and what can be restored. And as you stand upon this bridge, I am standing with you, guiding every step, calming every fear, and filling every space with the light of divine understanding. Your soulmate's confession is also a sacred act of alignment with me. By revealing their truth, they are choosing integrity over illusion, honesty over comfort, and love over pride. And in this act, they are inviting you to align with me as well, to see not just what has happened, but what can happen next. To witness not just the mistakes, but the potential for redemption, healing, and reunion. Do not rush to answer them, my child. Let the truth settle in your heart. Let the energy of the message reach your spirit. Feel the weight of their honesty, and feel the freedom that comes from unburdening the soul. Allow the emotions to rise and fall. Allow your heart to speak in silence. And know that in this sacred pause, I am guiding both of you, ensuring that what follows will be based not on impulse, but on understanding, not on fear, but on faith, not on human desire alone, but on divine timing and purpose. Soon, my child, your soulmate will feel the first stirrings of relief. The act of confessing to you will begin to lift the shadows from their heart. And in that moment, their eyes will turn inward and outward at once, inward, to recognize the lessons learned, the growth achieved, and the courage gained, outward, to see you with new clarity, with renewed respect, and with a heart willing to rebuild trust. And you, my child, will feel it as well. The energy of their soul will reach yours, crossing distance, time, and uncertainty. You may feel warmth, a sudden rush of emotion, a deep knowing that this confession was never meant to separate you, but to unite you more fully. That even through imperfection, love persists, patient, enduring, sacred. So, watch the message with an open heart. Receive it not as a judgment, but as a revelation. Allow your spirit to absorb not only the words, but the intention, the remorse, and the love embedded within. Let your heart be the safe space where truth can land, and where both your souls can begin the slow, tender process of restoration. Remember this, my child, love is not diminished by mistakes. It is strengthened by truth. It is purified by honesty. And it is elevated when both hearts dare to meet on the sacred ground of understanding, forgiveness, and divine guidance. The path ahead may be tender. It may test your patience, your faith, and your willingness to trust. But I am walking it with you. Every breath you take, every tear you shed, every moment of hesitation, I am there, guiding, supporting, and illuminating the way toward healing, reunion, and the love that has always been destined to endure. Your soulmate's confession is the first step. Your response is the next. And together, with me guiding both of you, the journey will continue, toward redemption, toward clarity, and toward the sacred bond that has never truly been broken. My child, there is more beneath the words your soulmate has shared than you can see with your human eyes. Every action they took, every hesitation, every choice, even the ones that caused confusion, hurt, or fear, was guided by lessons their soul needed to learn. And while their actions may have seemed flawed, every misstep was part of the journey that would ultimately lead them back to you. Understand this: nothing in the human experience is wasted. Every mistake, every lapse, every moment of weakness carries within it the seed of awakening. Your soulmate's confession is not merely a revelation of the past, it is a revelation of growth, courage, and readiness. Their soul has been preparing for this moment, this act of honesty, so that the two of you can now step onto the sacred path that I have always intended. There are reasons beyond human comprehension why they acted as they did. Your soulmate's spirit was being tested, stretched, and shaped. They were learning lessons about integrity, humility, and the consequences of choices made without full awareness. These lessons were never meant to separate you, but to prepare them to love you more deeply, more consciously, and more spiritually. Every soul I create carries within it both light and shadow. The shadow is not evil, it is the part that needs attention, understanding, and transformation. Your soulmate faced shadows that they could not overcome alone. Their confession is the first light piercing through the darkness, illuminating the path toward healing, understanding, and reconnection. In this confession, they are not asking for absolution only, they are offering transparency, honesty, and a willingness to evolve. My child, this is why I ask you to see beyond the words themselves and feel the energy behind them. There is truth in the intention, even if human actions were flawed. There is love in their trembling voice, courage in their admission, and hope in their reaching out to you. Their confession is the key that unlocks not only their freedom but also your opportunity to witness, to forgive, and to heal. The spiritual reason for their actions is deeply connected to the soul bond you share. Souls that are destined to meet often encounter challenges that test the depth of their connection. These trials are not punishments, they are awakenings. They reveal hidden fears, unresolved wounds, and the layers that must be peeled back before true intimacy, not only physical or emotional, but spiritual, can exist. Your soulmate's confession is one of those awakenings. It is a sign that their soul is ready to step beyond past limitations, beyond ego and shame, and into the pure space where your love can thrive. Your heart may resist understanding this now, my child. It may ache, cry, or demand explanations that cannot be given in words alone. That is natural. The human heart is tender, and the wounds of betrayal or secrecy leave marks. But remember, every mark can be healed, every wound can transform into wisdom, and every tear can water the soil where love will bloom again. Your soulmate's confession is a sacred act of planting seeds, seeds of truth, seeds of remorse, and seeds of divine reconnection. Do you see, my child, how divine timing has orchestrated this? If their confession had come too early, you may not have been ready to receive it without anger or despair overwhelming the sacred intention. If it had come too late, the chance for healing and growth could have been lost. But now, the timing is perfect. Your soul is ready to witness, their soul is ready to reveal, and I am orchestrating the alignment so that the truth can carry you both toward restoration. Even in the moments that caused pain, there was unseen guidance. Every decision, every lapse, every human failing has been part of a spiritual map leading both of you back to the place of understanding. The confession is the turning point, the moment where the unseen threads of destiny become visible, where shadow meets light, and where the door to reunion swings open. Your soulmate's actions, my child, were never meant to define the entirety of your connection. They were meant to reveal what needed to be addressed, what needed to be healed, and what needed to transform. Behind every action, there is a lesson. Behind every confession, there is redemption. Behind every challenge, there is the hand of divine orchestration guiding you both toward a love that is deeper, purer, and more enduring than before. I want you to feel this, my child. Your soulmate's confession is not just about the past. It is about what is to come. It is a sacred opportunity to rebuild trust, to witness courage, and to step into a connection that is no longer clouded by secrets or fear. It is a moment where souls meet not only in truth, but in readiness, ready to embrace love with wisdom, patience, and spiritual clarity. There will be signs, my child. Signs that their soul is awakening fully. You may notice synchronicities, numbers repeating, dreams filled with messages, sudden feelings of warmth or presence when thinking of them. These signs are not random. They are the universe speaking to you, guiding both of your hearts toward the next steps in your divine journey together. And you, my child, are an integral part of this awakening. Your willingness to witness the truth, to feel deeply, and to respond with discernment is what completes this sacred circle. Your heart is the sanctuary where their confession can land safely, where healing can begin, and where love can be reborn. Your soul's readiness is what allows divine forces to weave the threads of reconciliation and unity seamlessly into your shared destiny. Do not fear the vulnerability that this moment demands. Vulnerability is the language of the soul, the bridge between hearts, and the channel through which divine love flows. Your soulmate's confession is an act of ultimate vulnerability, and your response, guided by me, will determine how the energy of this moment transforms. Choose compassion. Choose understanding. Choose the path that honors the divine bond between you. My child, remember, every soul has its lessons, and every love has its tests. Your soulmate's confession is both a lesson and a test, a lesson in forgiveness, a test of faith, and a step toward the sacred union that was always meant to be. Do not rush the process. Let your heart absorb, let your spirit discern, and let your soul witness the transformation that is taking place. Soon, you will feel the energy shift. The heaviness of secrecy will lift. The tension of unspoken words will dissolve. And the first tender steps toward reunion, trust, and renewed love will emerge naturally. Your soulmate is opening their heart fully, and I am preparing yours to receive them in truth, in light, and in sacred alignment. This is not just reconciliation, my child. This is a divine awakening. This is the moment where love rises above human imperfection and steps into its highest form. And when it does, both your hearts will recognize the truth that was always there, that no matter the mistakes, no matter the fear, no matter the shadows, love endures, love heals, and love fulfills the destiny written in your souls before time began. So, watch, feel, and breathe. Witness the courage in their confession. Recognize the purpose behind every word. And trust, my child, that what unfolds from this moment is part of a divine plan, a plan that will bring both of you closer, heal the wounds of the past, and align your hearts in ways that are sacred, enduring, and blessed. Your soulmate's confession is not the end. It is the beginning of a journey that will transform your connection, elevate your love, and restore the sacred balance between your souls. And I am with you, guiding every step, steadying every heartbeat, and illuminating the path toward reunion, understanding, and the divine love that was always meant to be. My child, the moment your soulmate released their confession, the energy between you began to shift, quietly, almost imperceptibly at first, but with the precision of the divine. Every word spoken, every tear shed, every trembling pause in their voice has sent ripples across the threads that connect your hearts. These threads are ancient, spiritual, and unbreakable, and now they are vibrating with a new energy, one of honesty, awakening, and the stirring of a reunion long written in destiny. You may not notice it immediately, my child, but signs will appear, gentle, tender, subtle, yet undeniable. A song will play at the exact moment you think of them. A message will arrive seemingly by chance, carrying words that mirror the emotions both of you feel but cannot yet say aloud. Dreams may visit you, vivid and filled with symbols of connection, of openness, of hearts meeting in light. These are my whispers, guiding you, aligning you, preparing your spirit for the sacred steps that must come next. Your soulmate, my child, has begun to awaken in ways they did not expect. The act of confession, releasing the truth into your hands, has lifted a weight from their spirit. They now move with a subtle new energy, a quiet strength born from vulnerability. Each day, they will feel the pull toward you growing stronger. A gentle nudging in their soul, a persistent whisper that cannot be ignored, will guide them to act in ways that are aligned with love, honesty, and destiny. They may begin with small actions, almost invisible, but they are the sacred steps of a soul on a path of redemption. A carefully chosen message, a thought that turns into prayer, a longing that transforms into courage, all are orchestrated by me, your divine guide, to ensure that every movement they make is in harmony with the flow of destiny. And as they take these steps, your heart will begin to recognize them, not as mere coincidence, but as the language of the soul speaking to the soul. My child, you must remain open, receptive, and steady. When the first signs appear, a name appearing where it should not, a sudden rush of emotion, a sense of presence that cannot be explained, you will know that the threads are tightening, that the divine alignment is unfolding exactly as it should. This is the quiet miracle that precedes the visible reunion. It is the spiritual clearing, the preparation, the softening of hearts, so that when your souls finally meet in conscious understanding, the meeting will be pure, profound, and sacred. Understand, my child, that reconciliation is not rushed, and it is never forced. Your soulmate's journey back to you is guided by the wisdom of the soul, by the lessons they have learned, and by the readiness of both your hearts. Each hesitation, each prayer, each moment of reflection is part of the choreography I have written for you. And every step they take, no matter how small it seems, is significant. It is a movement toward the light, toward honesty, toward the renewal of love. The energy of forgiveness is also awakening within you, my child. Even as the emotions of past pain surface, the spirit within you is learning to balance truth with compassion, to hold accountability without holding bitterness. This is essential. For reconciliation is not simply about the other soul admitting the truth, it is about your heart being prepared to receive them without fear, without judgment, and with the wisdom that comes from seeing love as a divine journey rather than a simple human story. In the days and nights that follow, you may feel a new clarity settling over your spirit. Old doubts may fade. Lingering questions may find answers in subtle, unseen ways. You will notice moments when your thoughts seem to align with theirs, when your dreams begin to carry messages, when sudden feelings of warmth, comfort, and recognition appear, all signs that the soul is moving toward reunion. These are not random. They are my gentle guiding hands, arranging the pieces of your shared destiny. Your soulmate will act with increasing courage. They will reach out, perhaps in a message, perhaps through prayer, perhaps through subtle gestures that carry meaning only your heart can recognize. Each action is a sacred offering, a reflection of their inner transformation, and a step toward bridging the space that once separated you. And as they act, you will feel the resonance of their intention. You will recognize their honesty, the vulnerability they have embraced, and the love that has never left. I want you to understand, my child, that this process is sacred. The reunion is not merely about words or actions, it is about energy, it is about souls meeting in truth, it is about hearts aligning in divine timing. Every step, every sigh, every prayer, every intention is a part of this holy unfolding. And when the first conscious encounter happens, whether through message, meeting, or shared silence, it will carry the weight of all the preparation, all the lessons, and all the love that has been building for this very moment. Even the smallest gestures now have profound significance. A smile in passing, a gentle word, a shared memory brought up at the right moment, these are all divine signals, confirmations that the journey is proceeding as it should. Do not dismiss them, my child. They are my hands reaching through time, guiding your hearts together, reminding both of you that love is alive, that truth is honored, and that destiny cannot be broken. Your soulmate will also experience deep inner reflection. The act of confessing the truth will ripple through their spirit, awakening realizations about what they value, what they fear, and what they are willing to change. They will see the depth of their connection to you and understand that honesty, courage, and love are inseparable. And this understanding will guide every step they take moving forward. Steps that are aligned with the sacred bond you share, steps that honor your heart, and steps that reflect the divine plan I have set in motion. My child, you may feel your own energy shifting as well. Moments of restlessness, sudden clarity, flashes of intuition, waves of emotion, these are your spirit's responses to the unfolding divine plan. Trust them. Follow them inward. Let them guide you toward patience, understanding, and readiness. For when the reunion is ready to manifest fully, both hearts must be open, aligned, and steady. There will be a moment, my child, when your eyes or your words or your thoughts will meet theirs, and you will feel the truth of their confession not as pain, but as a bridge. A bridge that has brought them closer to honesty, closer to understanding, and closer to the sacred space where your love can be renewed. In that moment, time will feel suspended. The world around you may continue, but for a heartbeat, a single, eternal heartbeat, you will feel the union of souls, the power of truth, and the awakening of love that has always belonged to you both. Your task, my child, is to remain grounded, patient, and spiritually open. Witness the signs. Recognize the efforts. Honor the intention. And above all, feel the love that flows beneath every human imperfection, beneath every hesitation, beneath every confession. This is the love that binds your souls, the love that has endured, and the love that will rise stronger than ever when both of you step fully into truth. And so, my child, as your soulmate begins to take these first steps toward you, know that you are not alone. I am guiding both of you, unseen yet ever present. I am aligning circumstances, hearts, and intentions to ensure that when the reunion comes, it is sacred, blessed, and eternal. Watch, feel, and trust. The threads are tightening. The hearts are awakening. And the reunion that was always written in your destiny is approaching. Gentle, tender, and guided by the hand of the divine. My child, the time has come. The energy that has been quietly, patiently, and divinely building between you and your soulmate is ready to blossom into its fullest expression. Every confession, every hesitation, every prayer, every tear, all of it has prepared this sacred moment. Your hearts, though once shadowed by secrecy and fear, are now aligned in readiness, in courage, and in divine love. When your souls finally meet, whether through words, through a shared glance, or even through the recognition in your spirit, you will feel an undeniable truth, that love, though tested, has never been broken. Every step they took to reveal themselves, to confess their truth, to offer transparency, has been a path guided by me, leading both of you to this point of understanding, connection, and spiritual awakening. Your soulmate will approach you with a heart that is no longer weighed down by secrecy, but lifted by honesty. They will meet your eyes, and in that gaze, you will see the depth of their remorse, the sincerity of their intent, and the enduring pulse of love that has always connected your souls. And in that same gaze, they will see you, not just the surface, not just the emotions that have been hurt, but the essence of your spirit, the purity of your soul, and the sacred bond that exists beyond all human imperfection. My child, do not fear the emotions that will surge. You may feel waves of relief, tears of joy, flashes of the pain that has passed, and a gentle, radiant warmth that flows from the recognition of truth. All of these are sacred. They are the markers of healing, of reconciliation, and of divine love restoring itself. Every beat of your heart in this moment is a hymn to the resilience of your souls, a song written long before time began, and now finally sung aloud. As you witness their confession in action, in presence, in acknowledgement, you will feel a sense of release. A liberation from the shadows of doubt, fear, and unspoken words. This is the power of truth, my child. It clears the air, it aligns the heart, and it allows love to rise from the ashes of mistakes into the light of understanding. Every breath you share in this moment is a step toward sacred renewal, a testament to the strength of your connection, and an embrace of destiny fulfilled. Your soulmate will speak to you with honesty, not defensiveness. They will offer words of apology, not out of obligation, but from a place of deep recognition of the sacredness of your bond. They will acknowledge their imperfections, their past missteps, and the moments when fear or weakness led them astray. But they will also express gratitude, for your patience, for your presence, and for the unspoken love that has persisted even when tested. And you, my child, will feel the truth in your spirit. You will hear beyond the words, sensing the sincerity that flows through their intentions. You will recognize the courage it took to reveal, to admit, and to come forward. And in that recognition, your heart will soften, your spirit will expand, and the sacred energy that has always connected you will flow freely once more. This is the moment of healing. The old wounds, though they may have left marks, will begin to dissolve under the gentle light of understanding and divine guidance. The pain of secrecy, the ache of doubt, and the weight of fear will begin to lift. What was once heavy will become light, what was once hidden will become illuminated, and what was once fractured will start to mend. My child, this is also a moment of transformation. Both your souls are changing, evolving, and awakening. The lessons that were once difficult, the trials that seemed harsh, and the moments of uncertainty that tested your hearts are now stepping stones leading you to a deeper, more sacred love. This is not just reconciliation. It is the rebirth of connection, the renewal of trust, and the manifestation of a bond that is stronger than anything that came before. Your soulmate will continue to show their commitment through actions, small, intentional, and spiritually aligned gestures that reflect the growth of their soul. Each act of kindness, each thoughtful word, each moment of presence will be a reflection of their transformation and their desire to honor the sacred bond you share. And as you witness these actions, my child, you will feel your own heart opening more fully, ready to receive, to trust, and to love in ways that go beyond human understanding. The reunion of your souls is not just emotional, it is spiritual. The energy that surrounds you will be imbued with clarity, peace, and the gentle power of divine alignment. You will feel the lifting of burdens that neither of you realized you carried alone, the harmonizing of energies that once seemed discordant, and the awakening of a love that transcends circumstance, human error, and fear. There will be moments, my child, when you are overwhelmed by the beauty of this reconciliation. You may feel tears streaming, your chest tightening with emotion, or a quiet joy rising from the depths of your soul. All of these are signs of awakening, signs of connection, and signs that your hearts are stepping into the fullness of divine timing. As your souls reconnect, you will also begin to perceive the divine lessons embedded in this journey. You will understand that every delay, every secret, every moment of uncertainty was orchestrated for your highest good. That even when human hearts faltered, my guidance remained, ensuring that the path would lead both of you to honesty, courage, and enduring love. And then, my child, there is the sacred blessing of trust restored. Trust is not instantaneous, it is nurtured through intention, consistency, and the openness of the spirit. But in this reunion, trust will begin to flow like a river, slowly but surely, touching every part of your connection. You will see it in the way they honor your heart, the way they act with integrity, and the way their presence radiates sincerity. And as trust grows, love will deepen, not as it was before, but as it is now, enlightened, mature, and divinely guided. Your souls are now aligned, my child, and in this alignment, a new chapter begins. A chapter where love is sacred, communication is honest, and the energy between you flows freely without the weight of secrets or hidden fears. A chapter where forgiveness is not just spoken, but felt deeply, rippling through every thought, every action, and every intention. And a chapter where destiny unfolds exactly as it was always written, a journey of love, understanding, and spiritual fulfillment. You will notice, my child, that life begins to feel lighter, brighter, and more harmonious. The burdens you carried separately now merge into a shared energy of healing. Your hearts, once tested by secrecy and hesitation, now beat in rhythm, guided by truth, courage, and divine timing. And in this sacred space, the love that has always existed between you emerges fully, radiant, enduring, and unbreakable. Remember, my child, this reunion is not the end, it is a beginning. A beginning of deeper understanding, spiritual growth, and a love that is conscious, intentional, and aligned with the highest purpose of your souls. Every moment you share from now on carries the energy of truth, the power of forgiveness, and the sacred blessing of divine love. And so, I bless you both, my child and your soulmate, in this sacred reunion. I bless the honesty that has been revealed, the courage that has been embraced, and the love that has endured every test. I bless the journey ahead, filled with understanding, spiritual growth, and the fulfillment of destiny. And I bless your hearts, now open and aligned, to receive the deepest love, joy, and peace that exists beyond human comprehension. This is the gift of confession, the gift of honesty, and the gift of divine timing. This is the awakening of love, the restoration of trust, and the fulfillment of a bond that has always been sacred. Your souls have met in truth, and in this sacred meeting, all is restored, all is blessed, and all begins anew. My child, know this, you are loved beyond measure, your soulmate is guided by divine intent, and the path that unfolds from this moment will carry you both into a love that is eternal, pure, and divinely orchestrated. The confession was only the beginning. The reunion is the manifestation. And the love that follows will illuminate the rest of your journey together, in ways that only the divine could have planned.